From Brazil to WWE, and now training some of the biggest stars in wrestling, Cezar Bononi's story is about growth, grit, and giving back.
Today on Boots to Boots, we talk about how a kid with a dream turned his passion for the ring into a thriving fitness business that's shaping the next generation.
So here we are, back again for another episode of Boots to Boots, and we'd like to bring in our guest this time, Cezar Bononi.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me, Deonna and Steve. So happy to be part of this. I watch all the episodes and I love it. So I'm excited to share everything that I can right here and have a good time.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you. Thank you so much.
We're good to talk about your story. And so we know you grew up playing football in São Paulo. And
wait, I need you to pronounce it properly for me.
São Paulo?
No, I need Cezar to pronounce it properly for us.
That's going to be a challenge for you guys to pronounce it as well. Okay? But I'll do it. It's São Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Okay. Paulo.
All right. It's almost like the Brazilian version of an Italian word. Paulo.
I feel like the languages are close, right?
Yeah, it is. It's not that bad. But for us, like we hear Spanish and English everywhere, so it's easier for us. So
I wrote that on our note cards here, and I knew that Steve was not going to be. Well, I couldn't even pronounce it properly, so I wanted to get the proper pronunciation before we get started.
For the Sao Paulo school?
Yes. Anyway.
So we know you grew up playing football. You succeeded in that with a pair of boots of wearing those football shoes, those football cleats. How did you get into the world of professional wrestling, and what led you to your WWE tryout?
Yeah.
So actually, I was never good at sports at all. My brother was insane on it. He is still so good on everything. I was never good. I tried soccer, I tried volleyball, I tried basketball, but I was really bad. And I was the tallest guy in school, and I was still really bad on those sports that require good height. I always loved wrestling since I was a little kid. Just to watch it, the Brazilian wrestling, which is called telecatch. That was my first actual encounter with wrestling. Already knew what it was never like I never believed that it's real or anything like that, but I just liked it. I just loved it. Did some jiu-jitsu before that, and I found a wrestling school in Brazil. I joined that before football, and that was around 18 years old, so it was late. I trained for like a year, had a few matches, and then they started to play flag football in Brazil. And there's no way that you can do both in a city like São Paulo, which is like New York. You have to cross the whole city to do everything. So I decided to focus more on football because I had two reasons. One, my brother was wrestling as well, and he was really good. And I was tired of being compared to him because I was not that good. So I went to do a sport that he did not like it, which was football at the time.
That's so funny because I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I have a twin brother, and being the same age, and he played football, I was a cheerleader. Like, we were always compared to each other in terms of school, in terms of the grades we got and things like that. So it's so funny you say that because I feel like my brother got so turned off by one, wrestling because I became obsessed with it, but two, he wanted nothing to do with school because I had better grades than him and things like that. So that's funny that you were like, and we're going to do everything he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, with me it was the opposite because my brother was good at everything, including grades. And my dad was a high school teacher at the same school. So he knew my grades before I did. So I was getting beat up. I had no idea what was going on. And it was because of my grades. So I just got tired of every time, look at your brother. You have to be like him. You have to be like him. And at football, because of my size, even though I was never athletic, it was easy for me to adapt. I finally understood that if I put the work, I could be better. Because I always believed that since my brother was just a genetic freak and was good at everything, you don't need to work hard. You're just born like that. But in football, I met great people with different mindset that taught me that if I put the work in, if I actually plan ahead and set up a plan and follow and put the work, I could get better. And I was getting better. And that changes everything. That was the beginning of seeing all the possibilities that I could achieve with the things that I had control.
What took you from football then to wrestling?
So first I was in wrestling, then I went to football. But after that, I always loved wrestling. So all touchdown celebrations were all moves and rock bottoms and stunners, all these kind of things, clotheslines, all these kind of things. That was the way that we celebrated. At the time, my brother was playing as well, but I had changed my mindset. So it was good that he came in and he was the same level as I do. So I had to work on that. But I never believed I was going to get back to wrestling because I never actually believed that was possible to get to the WWE coming out of Brazil, right? So I never applied. I never did anything like that. But I was driving to a practice Sunday morning, and I stopped in the same traffic stop as my wrestling coach. And then he looked at me and said, "Man, you look great. Like you have more muscle. You're not skinny, fat anymore. You're putting the work. Hey, I got some big things coming. Do you want to get back to training?" I said, nah. Because I always knew that he wanted big guys that he never had. And I said, "I'm going to call you this week. There's some big things coming." And then he called me and said, "Yeah, WWE's coming in. Like they need a big guy. I don't have any. How do you want to do it?" I did not believe the guy. Like I said, "No, it's impossible. It's not going to happen. There's no way the WWE is actually knock on my door like that." So I ignored for two reasons. One, I did not believe that was possible. The second time, they were coming day after my wedding. And I was going to travel to Cancun, right? So I don't even care. So I got to Cancun. So next day when I wake up, I see a picture, the guy in William Regal. And I say, "Oh, I lost the opportunity of my life."
Oh my gosh.
I call him right there from Mexico. I say, "Hey, how was it?" Say, "Yeah, they like it, but yeah, they still need a big guy. They're gonna come back again in 3 months." I say, "Good, call me in. I'll be there." Then I call my coach on football. I say, "Hey, don't call me for the nationals. I'm not gonna be in. I'm gonna focus 100% on this thing. Don't call me in." And I switched that and I started to train, and I was focusing everything like look the best, know as much as I could about wrestling, which I thought that I knew at the time, which I had no idea. That was an opportunity of my life that I could not afford to get that pass by. So I focused on these 3 months. Then Rigo show up, watched the whole show, invited me for a tryout, came in for the tryout, and here I am 10 years after that.
So what year did WWE come to Brazil, and then what year was your tryout?
14.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then
I think I remember that too, because a bunch of people went down to Brazil for that. I know Tara was there. I forget what talent went down there.
Yeah. And you were then
I was already there
at the PC when Cezar started.
There, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys have known each other.
started-
Yeah, we've known each other for a very long time. And it's funny to just see fast forward now to where we are in life and just for the experiences we had to go through, because I was there trying to find myself. And then here you are coming in from another country, completely not speaking English fully, and trying to figure out what is WWE's style of pro wrestling compared to what you were learning already in Brazil.
Yeah. And like, so Boots to Boots was like inspired by these big life defining moments, these big transitions. And so what was it like then when you're like, okay, WWE's offered me the job, but I have to move to America. I'm leaving the only life I've ever known behind to start a new job in a new country with a new language. Like, what was that feeling like for you to say, well, screw it, I'm going to do it? But I assume it was scary.
One thing that I like to say that there's only two things that did not change in my life was my wife and my love for God. That's it. Because the money that I use was different. The currency is a different currency. The house that I live, different. The language that I was speaking, the job that was, because I don't have a true job anymore. Like I used to work with insurance, and right now I'm being a professional athlete. Everything changed. Everything. It was like not even like there's no even words for me to describe how challenged it was, because like, of course, I only bring my wife. That's it. We got a new apartment back in Brazil that we had for 8 months, and then we have to move everything up. Like we left everything behind, right? We just got 4 bags and then we moved here. still trying to figure out the language, still trying to figure out what WWE wanted with me, still trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my wife right here as well, because she does not speak English at all at that time. It was everything new. The PC was new as well. They did not knew how to take care of internationals at all. At all. And if I stop and think about the things that I went through right there, because there are a few guys like Steve, great, but there are other guys not great. They did not have the patience, because at that point I understood English pretty good. I understood everything. Mm-hmm. I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but because I learned English by myself, I never practiced. So I knew the words that I wanted, and I knew the sounds that needed to come out of my mouth, but I could not make the muscular movements on my tongue and everywhere else to make that sound. Coaches were not that good with that. Other guys they did not have patience. I was called stupid so many times just because I just could not communicate. They never explained the rules. Just throw me out there, and I had to figure out the rules. And every time
throwing them in the deep end.
Every time I try to explain something, like don't explain, just do it right. Like, tell me what is right. I have no idea what is right, and I could not say this because I did not knew how to actually talk. So it was really, really challenging. And then I get back to home, and my wife was depressed because she's a person. You both know her. Like she's a hugger. She likes people all around.
She's so.
And we don't know anyone. We don't know anyone, and she cannot communicate with anyone. We were living in a place where Brazilians were far. There's a lot of Brazilians right here in Orlando, but in Winter Park there's no Brazilians. So I was yelled out at work. Then I get back home, and she was bad. She was bad. It was challenging to the point that she's like, I'm going to get back. You stay there. And she told me that. I say, no, like, there's no coming back right now. Like, literally, we burned the boats. There's no boats to get back. Like, what am I going to do if I get back? Now I'm going to do everything that I can so I can strive in this place. Like, everybody say that this place is the place of opportunity. So I'm going to do everything that I can to get out the side. I'm going to learn the language. I'm going to learn what did they want from me, and I'm going to keep working on that. So it was those 4.5 years that I spent right there was the most challenging years in my life, for sure. Like, and even the things that happened after that, I think that right there was the most challenging. But here's the thing: I truly believe that hardships brings perseverance, and perseverance creates character. So,
if you've made it this far, you know these stories mean a lot to us. And if they mean something to you too, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Every like, comment, and subscription helps this community of boots grow a little bit bigger every week. So tell us what boots you're wearing right now, whether they're combat boots, wrestling boots, or work boots.
We're all walking our own path. Yeah, and I mean, that's so much what we've talked about up until this point on Boots to Boots.
Yeah, even like from my time in the Marine Corps and transitioning into the wrestling world. And I'm sure for you, you've taken a lot from playing football and then bringing that into pro wrestling. And like you said, with doing celebrations. And then for even me to just like how you said, it's like people would tell you you're dumb because you didn't know something. But I dealt with those same things in the Marine Corps. It's like, here you are getting yelled at for something you know nothing about. And then I'm like, no, the person just doesn't know any better. That's why I love working together with you, with Adrian, with everybody that came over from China, because like wrestling is its own language as well. Mm-hmm. But then for you, it's a lot harder if you don't know the English language when we're trying to explain a moveset or a spot for a match, where now you're putting that computed into your head and now you're trying to also translate it as well. So it's taking even more time. So like what tools did you take from football to bring into the world of pro wrestling? But like what also tools did you learn in wrestling to where you are now in life to just go through those hardships and everything?
The resilience. I know there's about time for me to understand and apply that. It's not giving up. It's going to be hard. And then when it gets harder, you just fight through it. You learn, you understand, and you're going to expand And there's more other hard things that are going to come up because as soon as I started to understand the language, I still had to understand the psychology. And then when you understand the psychology, I had to understand how to talk to people because it's not just talking.
Hey, as you were talking, I was thinking about like when I got to the Performance Center, I had already been wrestling for 6 years, and English is my only language, right? Like I struggled with things like that. I struggled with getting to know the girls, learning how to communicate properly in this new world because it wasn't even like any other wrestling place that I had been. And I had been all over the world wrestling. So just like, I can't even imagine what that's like then to, yes, now you're learning how to speak in a different language. And you're also learning wrestling, which is like, no one is going to teach you the word suplex, and no one's going to teach you what a heat is or what a comeback means. And so not only are you trying to learn like regular English vocabulary, you're also now trying to learn wrestling vocabulary. That's crazy. I've never thought about it before. That's crazy.
And then you talk to one guy is boot. The other is kick. The other is and then you talk to a coach that is from the UK. There's a 3/4 roll. And then it's shoulder roll. And they're like, it's flip bump. It's front bump. But the front bump looks like a flip bump. And then you have to go on that. And that was the easy. Because understand, this is easy. When I said how to talk, I'm talking about how you talk to a guy that is moreover. How do you talk to a coach? How do you talk to that coach? How do you talk to a producer? How do you do the county talk? How do you say like you don't want to do something without getting in trouble? How do you give ideas and don't get those ideas stolen from you? So it's like there's stuff. Oh, I learned English. Good. It's going to be good. Then I have to learn the moves. Oh, I learned the moves. Now I know. Then you have to learn how to talk. Those are all the things like that. Like we're in the business for so long and we're still learning, right? We're still learning those things.
And that place is its own bubble too. We know that. And then once you're outside of there, it becomes a lot more free in its own way where you can learn and kind of do what you want to do. And we get to wrestle at Boca Raton a bunch of times together. And it's fun to just see you enjoy it. Like I just see you enjoying it more because you're a little bit more free with it instead of having that person telling you this. Like you need that moment to go find yourself as well. Mm-hmm. And that I needed that for myself when I was let go. So that was always fun for me, but it's also fun to see in others.
Yeah. And so while I was just doing some research before our interview, I came across, I wasn't at NXT at this point, but you did win Future Star of NXT in 2017. And so like, was that a moment where you thought like, okay, the wheels are now turning. I'm going to be the person who's over. I'm going to get the opportunities. This is validation for all of those struggles myself and my wife are going through. Or was it just kind of like that happened and they didn't do anything with it?
I expected something to be done, but they did even worse. Because in my opinion, they bad me even worse. I don't think they liked it. What happened? Because it was an open vote. And here's the thing: Brazilians are crazy. At that time, they did not have bots or anything like that, but I had people voting every day, literally.
You have your entire home country voting, I'm sure.
Yeah, and one thing that Brazilians really like here, we like to win, okay? And if you're second place, it doesn't matter. Like, you're trash. If you're second place, you're trash. You have to win. And you can see that on MMA, on soccer, everywhere. If it's the Brazilian athlete that is doing good, everybody's watching that. It happened 3 years ago. Surf. The best surfer was a Brazilian. Everybody was talking about surf in Brazil. Everybody from my church was talking about surf. Oh, now everybody knows about surf. Guy lost. Nobody knows about surf anymore. MMA. 10 years ago, all the Brazilians were champion. Right now, there are two. Brazilians almost don't watch it. And that was the thing that we got right there. So, there's a chance that we can get someone to represent us and to do something. So then the Brazilians were voting. Like they were voting because they wanted me to win. And I won. It was bad because like the second, third, and fourth together did not have the same amount of votes that I had.
Who was on that list too? I forget at that time.
It was big names. It was big names.
Who were?
So I don't recall, but it was one Japanese girl that was the second place, and everybody loved her. She's great. I think she's in the main roster. I don't remember who was, but it was somebody that is big right now. But they did. I think they did not like this, because when they gave me the information, oh, you won. I said, oh yeah, good, yeah. We were not expecting that. I say, yeah, but I still won, right? Yeah, good. Are we going to do something about it? Yeah, we will. And they put me on a segment with Adam Cole, Fish, Strong, and Kyle. Right now they're doing another thing, but they put me with something right there that pretty much they invited me to get in, and they turned on me. And then I got beat.
Gosh.
And that was it. And that was it.
Should have been like, again, it should have been like everything was worth it for this moment. Yeah. And instead it's like,
it was. And I went there, I did everything like, I did it like you're supposed to. But I expected for them to do at least something more, right? Not turn me a champion, of course, because I could not. I knew that at that level, I did not have I could not be a champion. That's sure. That absolutely not. But at least, like, give me a couple matches, give me something, not just a segment. That is just, hey, forget about it. It was literally the segment and forget about it.
Oh, well, okay. And then so we fast forward to 2020 when you and myself, I believe, were released at the same time. Mm-hmm. And then Steve, a couple months later, is released, but all mid-pandemic. And so, like, now it's not just you and your wife going through that struggle and this new transition of, I came to this country for WWE and now I don't have a job. But also, you guys are expecting your first child. So that adds like a whole other element to it, right?
Actually, so
that's one of those make or break moments for you too. It's like, so what like led to you then starting up your own fitness program with Sweat Equity?
So that was not it yet. At the time, like they of course they terminated, and we had 30 days to leave the country. That's it.
Yeah.
30 days to leave the country. They were calling me every day to book my flight. I still applied for a green card right there. I was trying to, but the green card that I could apply actually was not open for some reason. Then for some reason it opened, right? That it opened, and then I say, I'm not sure if I should do it, because I did not have a job, and it's around $20K. And at that time, like I just told my friend, we have something good. They open, we can apply for the green card. I just don't know how to pay. I said, yeah, well, I'm expecting your first child. That's it. Like at the same day, which was a good thing, but like a way that God told me, hey, go apply for it. You wanted an American son, so here it is. We went through that, but still got a few time before I actually did that. That I actually started my company, because it still took me around 6 months for me to be able to work. I could not legally work anywhere else, and AEW was inviting me over already, but I could not work.
Yeah.
And I had to find a way to make it work. So I was baking cakes. I was selling cakes. I was doing all these kind of things that I could do it. Still, when I was in AEW, I was still doing that. But the change on that, because I always question myself what I was going to do after I'm done with wrestling, because it's not something they're going to be doing forever. Okay.
Yeah.
And I also know that I did not want to get back to Brazil to actually open a school. Like I love America. I want to live here. I don't want to go back to Brazil. So one option would be going back to Brazil and open a school, because I'm the biggest Brazilian wrestler that came out of Brazil as a wrestler to join the WWE ever, right? So
question on that. Do you hang it over your brother's head still? You didn't?
I can't say that. I wish I can, but he's soft. He cannot take it.
Okay.
Even though he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, same size as me, he cannot take it. He probably kicked my ass as well. So I always ask, like, and I was pressing God, like, what I'm gonna do after this? Because imagine, like, right now it's been over 10 years, and if I go anywhere else to ask for a job, what you did for the last 10 years, I wrestle in boots and underwear. That's it.
Mhm.
I knew there's going to be challenging to get back in the marketplace, to get back to something that I did with my degree in insurance or all that. But God was always clear with me every time that I asked, like, oh, you're going to do something with the things that you learn. You're not going to throw away the things that you learn. I said, what the heck is that? Like, what did I learn? And one thing that I learned is I learned how to keep myself in shape, how to keep myself healthy. It doesn't matter how was my schedule. So when we were in NXT, it was terrible. Like we were training 6-7 hours a day. Like literally, we had 3 hours in the ring, and then we had to get 1 hour in the gym, and then we had optional ring after that, right? Optional. If you don't show up, it's okay.
Optional, that's not optional.
Optional is not mandatory, but it is mandatory.
We were training 6-7 hours a day, and we were beat up, and we were traveling every weekend, and cars are not made for guys my size. So it was even worse. And then in AW, driving, flying every week, all these kind of things. And I really learned how to take care of myself, how to eat properly, train whatever equipment I had available. And that was it. And I was helping people already so much with that it came to me, why don't I just make this a business? Like I learned how to, I'm really good with people. I can talk to people. I can help them up. I can motivate them. Let's put everything together. Everything that I learned about training, everything that I learned about nutrition, and everything that I learned about taking care of people. And then all the other coaching experiences that I had, whatever was missing in there, I said, I'm going to put on my program, which is how much I actually talk to people. I actually check in almost every day to see if everything is good, to make sure that, because I care. And then that was it. It worked like a charm. As soon as I found the system to put everything together, all the ideas, it was easy, and it's been growing. Right now I have at least 7 people working with me. So there's 7 families that rely on my business. And right now I just did the counting today, I have 203 active clients
That's crazy.
that we've been taking care. So it's been great. It's been amazing to change people's lives and do all of that with the things that I learned throughout football and wrestling, and how to be busy and take care of myself.
Do you find it more satisfying, because you said you have so many clients, but they're all not wrestlers? And so a lot of these clients are, your everyday 9 to 5, teacher, businessman, businesswoman. Like, is it more satisfying for you to see those types of people transform their bodies and their lifestyles opposed to the wrestler? Because the wrestler, our job is to stay in shape. We know to an extent how to take care of ourselves. And so that's not always the case with the average person. And so I've always wondered, for you, what's more satisfying, the wrestler or the 9 to 5 worker? Or does it matter?
It does. There are 2 different things, right? You divided my niche properly, and I wanted to work with these 2. One thing is that I always wanted to give back to the boys. Okay, I always wanted to give back to the boys, and I think that I'm finally doing something, giving back to the business, because I'm helping people get back from injury. I'm helping people to get back in shape and get championships. I'm helping somehow, right? Even though that is not wrestling itself, I'm helping. And with the wrestling fans, what I really love is that I am the wrestling fan. I am the one that grew up. I don't like sports. I don't want to be like these guys. I got bullied by the good-looking guy. So fitness is not for me. I'm never going to be able to do that. No, this is not my life. And most of the wrestling fans that I work with, they never work out. They never did anything because they never felt that somebody's actually going to help them. And that, seeing those people having their life change, dropping medication, getting out of type 2 diabetes, achieving goals that they never believe, sending me pictures. Hey man, I'm at the beach without my shirt off. I always wanted to do this, and I'm feeling good. Those things that this satisfied me so much because it's what I wanted to do. It's what I know how it feels. So for me, it's really easy to relate to these wrestling fans that believes that fitness is not for them. And my goal is to make that easy as possible for them and prove them that is for them. It's for everybody.
Yeah. I love that so much because it's not their job to make sure they're in the gym or to count their, grams of protein and things like that. It's their job to teach students or to be an accountant and take care of people's monies or whatever it is.
They're waking up at 5 a.m. to fit in a workout. Well, we have the luxury of working out kind of anytime we want during the day if it fits our schedule or not on the road.
Yeah.
So I would find more satisfaction in that than dealing with an actual athlete. But then also, like you said, though, you have so many champions now that you have worked with that are currently on television, and you've got to work with us as well, which has been awesome. And that's one cool thing too, is learning from you and taking the tools that we learned from our time in WWE and you learning your time in playing football as well in Sao Paulo. Or Paulo. Sorry, we're still on that. Sao Paulo in Brazil. But it's just really cool to see the success you've had and the things that you've had to overcome through life. And I love the fact that you said no matter what didn't change your life when moving here was that it is your wife and God. That truly is really cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just one last question, because we don't want to take too much of your time. Again, the theme of Boots to Boots is about these big transitions and these identity crises that as human beings we all face. And we've talked so much so far about each different transition you've been through, whether it was, finally getting into football and then getting the WWE tryout and then moving to America and your wife struggling with it. And now having a thriving business that is helping wrestlers and everyday people, which I think, it is, I would say how much I See You Love It is probably the best transition you've been through thus far. But what has been the hardest transition you've been through this far?
The hardest was getting to the WWE. That was the most challenging one. Even though after that I had other things going on, I think that since that was really, really hard, that helped me to go through when, like, in the WWE, my wife had cancer the first time. That helped me a lot on getting stronger when the second time that she got cancer again. It just brought me evidence of the first thing, that I can trust God, and secondly, that I have to do my part. That's it. And I knew at that time that I had a newborn. My wife was at the hospital, and I did not have a job. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do my best right here. I'm going to take care of my son. I'm going to focus on the people that need me, and I'm going to trust that God's going to take care. And He did. And I got stronger. Everything's good. My wife, she's fully recovered. My son, if all of that did not happen, I'm probably not going to be as close to him because I'll probably let her change the diapers, do all these kind of things. And I had to do all that myself because even when she got back home, she was not able to do all of that. The treatment, like she got blind for a whole month. I had to actually get medication daily on her veins, everything. And all of that made me so much more stronger. And right now, the challenges that I face running a business, and there's 7 families that actually need my business to be taken care of. Those are even bigger challenges. But all those small things, all those transitions that were hard, they made me learn that I can be stronger. And those things are going to make me even stronger when even harder ships coming in. I'm going to be able to persevere and build my character on that as well.
Absolutely. I think too, like, just one last note, like, we're as a couple, like, finding our faith and learning to trust God and what our next steps are. And it's so, I think when we were talking about interviewing you, we were most important to hear how He has affected your life and how much you've had to trust Him, which, being your friends for so long, we already knew about you. But I think it's really important for us to also bring that to this podcast, as that's something we're learning to trust and lean into in our lives right now.
Yeah, it's challenging because everything that comes out of our control, we feel like is that. And it was something that for me is, I'll say this, it's easier for me because I don't even need faith anymore. Let's say that I don't even need faith because I seen everything that God did in my life. So I have evidence. I know that He worked because there's so many impossible things like coming to the WWE. That was impossible. I did not did anything. They knocked on my door. Of course, I put the preparation. When it was my time to put the work, I did put the work, and I actually did my part. But what are the chances of knocking on the guy in Brazil door? And then when my wife got sick as well, like there's nothing that I could do. And we never had insurance. And she got sick when we finally got insurance. And everything was covered. Everything was taken care of. So we did not have to do those things. We just had to be faithful and believe that He had the best for me. So for me, it's even easier because of the evidence that I have. And here's the thing. Every time that I say this thing, you can use my evidence and use that to build your faith. Because one thing that I learned that He's real, He is part of my life. He's the most important thing in my life. And I know that He's going to take care of me because I was there when I could not. He literally let everything that I could control get out of my hands to prove to me that I could trust Him. Because as soon as I was holding something, He's not going to do it. But at the point that He took everything, like there's nothing more. Like I did not have a job. I did not have a visa. I did not have anything. I said, yeah, you don't have nothing to do, right? Let me do it. And boom, He does it. And every time was like this. So He is real. For me, He is real. He works through my life. And everything that I do is basically is for His glory. It's all good in me does not come from me. It comes from Him. Everything that all the promises that He put on me. Everywhere that I'm going, I'm always bringing Him up front because for me, I was not supposed to be here. I was supposed to be literally, as I grew up hearing, I was supposed to be a single father asking for milk for my son because my grades were bad. I was not good at anything, but He worked through my life and empowered me and taught me that I could trust Him, but also that His power goes through me and I can do hard things as well.
So it's funny that you're talking about this because this past Sunday, it was during service, he brought up Mark 10:21, and it was about this guy that had everything. And he's sitting there trying to find his way to get into heaven. What do I have to do to get into heaven? And he says, give up all your possessions, give up all of this. So it's just, I don't know. It's one of those moments where it's like in conversation, oh, wow, this is why I had to hear this because now I'm hearing a conversation like this today and getting to hear you say that. And it just, that's kind of where that faith comes in. And we're trying to be more open-minded to that nowadays.
Yeah, and that's great. I love to hear that. And that verse is beautiful because it's not just about you cannot be rich, you cannot have possessions. But that guy, his possessions was more important than God. So if you want, you cannot have both. God is not going to take, it's not going to share His place with something or any idol that you have. It can be money, can be your career, can be your parents, can be your kids, can be your spouse, can be so many things, right? He's not. If He's not on top, no, oh good. Keep your idol. I don't want to be there. And that was the same thing that happened in that verse, and that I love it.
Yeah, it's all about perspective and how you look at it too, whether you have the faith in God or whatever, you just have faith in people too. And like with us, man, we were so happy to have you on here. We can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing your story and going from different boots to another pair of boots, whether it's wrestling boots or training boots now with Sweat Equity Fit. And it's really cool to just sit here and chat with you, man. We love you.
Thank you very much. I love you guys very, very much. Truly thankful for this time. And I wish you all the best luck and blessings on this new podcast and everything that's going to come here. I know that's going to be amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cezar.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Please like, subscribe, and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Roots to Boots. We'll be talking to you.
Addie Soldier.
It's Marie.